and me, we started to come for walking holidays in Scotland when I turned 18, 19. It was the first time, so our very first day in Scotland was in Glencoe. We went to different places in Scotland and at one point decided we've never been to the Outer Hebrides, so we will give it a go. And looking for a holiday cottage to stay, we found one in Calbos, number 8B. So this is where we stayed first of all, and then we came over here, and at that point we've been to Scotland so often that we thought it would be nice to have an own place. We didn't have any money, we are not money people, no chance to afford a house, a proper one. So we looked at ruins, and that's when we found this ruin up here, which was empty for 30 years, no water, no electricity, and it wasn't for sale officially. We had to look around, and then quite liked it, and inquired who owned it, knocked on the door of the person who had it, asked him to sell, and he agreed. I was a primary teacher back in Germany, so we came during the summer holidays, did a bit of this and a bit of that, and found some people to do our electrics and to do our water supply. And first of all, we needed a roof and windows and doors, and got that settled. And then in 2010, we thought it would be nice to be here for a year. Not just coming here, working for 6 weeks, going on some walks, disappearing, but to be here for a year. So I took a sabbatical and we came here and absolutely loved it. And got rid of all the stuff in Germany and moved in. We had very kind neighbors from here who gave us tips and gave us advice as well. I was looking for a croft for quite a while, but they're so expensive nowadays that I think it's quite tricky for a lot of people to afford it. At least I wouldn't be able to afford to buy a croft for 25,000 or 30,000 pounds. And so at one point we were even looking in the neighboring villages. I was looking around in Greva and Marvik when something came up. But then you have to think if you really want to opt for something where you have to rely on the car to get there, just to water your plants or to weed your potatoes. So I was very glad when I got the opportunity from one of my neighbors who went away, who offered me her croft for a very, very sensible, reasonable price. And I was very thankful for that. So I took it on. It's a croft which doesn't consist of one big area, but of 5 smaller bits, which makes it quite interesting, and you can use it in a different way. At the moment, I've got 2 sheep on it, Heather and Daisy. So they are not for meat or anything like that. They are more or less my grass mowers, my lawn mowers, and they do their job very well. By now I've got some potatoes on it. There's a lot of trees already on the croft, which I tried to keep and to enlarge the area. I also planted a couple of fruit trees, a couple of apple trees already. I like to plant more. Unfortunately, the deer decided they like the plants as well, so I'm struggling with that at the moment. When I first came here, because I'm from Germany originally, a friend told me they were looking for German-speaking tour guides for the cruise ships, and I never had done anything like that before, so I just got material given and I got explanations about that, and then somebody took me on a dummy run, took me around the west side, explained to me what it would be all about, and since then I work as one of the tour guides on the island, which I absolutely love because it's the best job you can have. Nobody else would offer you the best seat on the coach and pay you for going down to a beach and spend an afternoon at the beach talking about what you love and giving you a chance to explain about this island. So it's absolutely fantastic. As a Christian believer, faith is very important for me. I was in a big church in Germany as well, so we definitely, my mom and me, we definitely wanted to continue it, and we found Park Church, which is brilliant, and it's a very good community. It's completely different from the church we've been to Germany, but it doesn't really matter. The core values are the same. So for us it's important to honor God with whatever we do in our lives, and we can see it lived here. I just like to be involved. I like to be involved with people, and I absolutely love this community as well. And I always like to do creating things, but I'm not especially talented, so I'm not a painter or a potter or anything like that. I just like to try things and see how they go, and do bits and pieces. So for the craft fairs I like to do my part, and one of my hopes with the craft is at one point when I've got a bit more time to develop it, that I can grow more vegetables. I think it would be great to have the opportunity to use more local produce on the island, really not to be so reliable on the supermarkets and so on. So that we can exchange more what we grow ourselves, and I would love to grow more and give it away to very reasonable prices, so that price isn't an issue, that everybody can afford it. I love looking for stuff, finding stuff, recycling stuff, so I think it's very good if things are recycled in a way that they keep their original purpose, or you change their purpose but they keep their form and so on, instead of putting it into a recycling center, hacking it to pieces and using it for something else. Sometimes you can really have nice finds. We found this table, for example, which was upside down in the timber container at one point, so we asked if we could take it away. And it just looked like a coffee table, but it's absolutely lovely, and I think it was more or less brand new when it turned up, never used. And it even comes with a Bible verse on it, which I absolutely love. It's Jeremiah 29 verse 11, and it's, in a way, it's quite fitting, really. I think we got it in just a verse which absolutely speaks to us. It's saying, "For I know the plans I have for you, declared the Lord, plans for welfare, not for evil, to give you a future and hope." And it's something which really spoke to us as well. We didn't know the verse before, but it just came to us in form of a table, and it's just sitting here.